What lies ahead? Whoa, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Will there be a future for the Morning Rangoon? We don't know. We have no idea. I'd like to think there'd be a future for us. But it's very possible that there might not be a future for any of us. What's going to happen? I see someone has joined the show. Hello. Hello there. Lonely wanderer. You found me. Oh, goodbye. Ciao. Get out of here. No one should be watching this, ever. Ever, ever, ever. This is like the beginning of a movie where I am the... Oh, let's move this down. I think we should be much better looking. We did this. Much better. Much, much better. So what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? It seems like the Morning Rangoon might not be exactly what it was before. What does that mean? Well, you're going to have to find that out. I don't even know what this song is. What is this song? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You like AI? I know you don't. Everyone claims they hate the AI. Well, sometimes it can create a nice little feel. Yeah. That's right. The robots can create a bit of feel. Well, they need a little guidance from us humans. Here, let me say hi. Let me say hello. Oh wait, that was the rain. I wanna know, have you ever not seen the rain? Hey, what's up? I'm here. I know. I guess with just the title card up there, you can't see my brilliance. You can't feel my presence. But I am here. I am right here, buddies. That's right. Here in the big studio. Here in no little circles here. Kandale kando kanya. Odele kanyo kanya. What are we gonna do today, huh? I'm just trying to mess around here with the studio. See what the hell's going on. I know no one expects me to do a solo show, but here I am. It's Luke's Mad Mind in the morning. I used to be really actually mad. Like, you know, mad has taken on an interesting turn over the years. The idea of being mad. But I did. I let the anger get to me for a while. And now, not so much. So that's good, right? Here, let's bring this down a little bit. We'll use this as like a feel in the background. How about that? Hi everyone. I'm Luke, or the one person. Hi. Who is that? Leave a chat, leave a like, share, do whatever. Do whatever you want. I mean, really. I'm just this is a test stream. Even though I titled it, and you know, I'm whatever. Because even me doing a test stream is probably a little more entertaining than some people doing a structured stream. You know, that's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, and if anyone out there are friend or fans or friends. Oh wait, we it seems like we do have a comment. Test. Hey, Tamay. Yes, a test stream. I'm testing this solo thing on my own. You know, Originally, I did want to do a solo show because I couldn't find anyone in my immediate area who wanted to do a podcast. You know, you go around asking like people you know and your friends, like, you want to start a podcast? And I'm talking like 12 years ago. And they're like, what? Huh? You mean like, what? You want to talk about something technical? Because originally that's what podcasts were, right? It was, you were talking about some sort of either like a video game or Microsoft Word. This is how we're discussing the type of documents you can make in Microsoft Word, and you know, it's really interesting. I'm working, you know, they were very specified back in the day. And you know, for me trying to tell my friends, hey, no, like a podcast is like a radio show, but on the internet, not an internet radio show, but a podcast, but also back then it wasn't visual. It was all audio. So now it's a whole different thing where you add all these layers. Well, I mean, you know, I already got a bunch of layers inside. So for me, adding layers is no different than just sort of breathing. Anyway, anywho, yeah, it looks like today is a sad day. I got word last night that Charles, sexy white chocolate Charles, might need to take a break. I don't know if he doesn't want to do the show anymore, the Morning Rangoon, at all, or if it's just a thing where he needs a little time off. I don't know. It's kind of like, need time off from what? This is like low key, not really that stressful. I think anyway. I don't know. I mean, you know, I guess putting yourself out there on the internet, it can be kind of stressful. Here, let's see. Let's do this. Oh no, what's this? This isn't what I wanted. What? This isn't really what's going on. Oh no. See, here I am trying to do things on the fly. Oh, screen share. That's what I was trying to do. That's it. That was it. Oh, whoa. Hey, look, that's Muppet Me. Hi, Muppet Me. All right. We'll do this. We'll do that. Is it sharing? It is. Oh, look at that. All right. We got the X sharing. We'll bring this over here. We'll bring it down here. How about this? See, this is what's nice about having all this space to do stuff on the internet here on the screen. All right. Well, Oh yeah, we could just put it right behind like that. Here we go. I mean, I really like this audio visualizer. I think I'm just gonna keep it right in front of me the whole time because it's really cool, man. And I found it as I was looking around in the EVMux. Yeah, I gotta say, EVMux is better than StreamYard. A lot more versatile. It's sort of like it reminds me of the difference between Apple and Microsoft, where Apple's very user friendly, StreamYard, but in Microsoft you could do a whole lot more things if you know how to get into the guts of it. And that's what EVMux is. But they keep updating a little bit and changing things. You know, they're always changing things, and people go, they moved it. They moved the button. We can't do the thing we did before, so now I'm confused. Yeah, I mean progress, yo. Obviously, there were a bunch of people who were like, "Oh, can you do this a different way?" Here, oh, oh, I took away my safety blanket. Okay, we'll take the X away right now because I'm not really sure what I want to show on X. I mean, I did make a thing last night. Oh, someone followed me on X just because what? Because I put Luke Solo, not like Star Wars at all. Yeah, Han, Luke. I mean, in a way, I am kind of like Han Solo. A lone gun, smuggling my ideas into the world, right? And I've got. Do I have a Chewbacca? Well, I have a dog that's close, right? Well, I mean, my dog can't really work on anything, can't really do much, but this is this obvious is Linux. I guess. Can you pair it with other things? Oh, I mean, I guess. Man, Tommy, are you like 57 years old? And just pretending to be like a 32-year-old because sometimes your references, did you have like a really older sibling or something, or were your parents like 90 when they had you? Because it seems like a lot of your references are very old. Like, did you find the Fountain of Youth? Are you a real vampire and you're just you're like, finally I've unlocked being young and now I'm going to try to be famous. Just like a lot of these people on the internet who they hit their 40s and they're, or 35 and over, and they're like, everything I've done in life sucks. So I think that I can be an entertainer now. I've never actually ever tried it, but I'm going to go out and do it. I'm just going to do it. And then they find a bunch of other mediocre motherfuckers who don't know how to do it either, and they all band together and they all pat each other on the ass like, you're cool and you're good too. You're a good egg. I'm gonna support you. And then they all get at each other's throats and they fight because like then they realize like, oh wait a minute, one of us is actually better than the rest of us, and it's very apparent. Oh, screw that guy. They're a witch. They're a witch. I mean, that's really what a witch trial kind of is. It's like this person can do more than the rest of us. They must be the devil, right? Yes. Yeah, yes, you are a vampire, and yes, you have, let's see, I got you. I got you. I'm an investigator. I'm a private dick. Not that private. I let it all out, apparently. A little too much, especially in the beginning when I first started doing this. I use my real name. I don't think Tommy Jordan's your real name. I mean, it's an interesting name. Tomoran Jordan. Mencia Jordan, Carlos Jordan. Anyway, so I use my real name because hey, I always wanted to be an actor and musician, and that's just kind of the natural progression of things. Like that's just what I did, But I guess even when I was a troll, I did use. Did I use like fake? I guess I used some fake names. Oh yeah, I used Mr. Friction for a while. That was the name of one of my bands, Mr. Friction. Okay, I'll bring this one up for you. But my life has been amazing in real life, and I already kind of made it on social media. And another niche just got in the DV because it's fun. Okay, you already made it. Well, it's a. What does that mean? You made it. You got to win a little viral. You've got some fans. Because if you already made it somewhere else, are you just trying to test yourself to see if you can make it other places? I kind of get that. It's like once you've conquered one mountain, you must see if you can conquer others. But really, did you conquer the mountain? Or did it just sort of like it's like magically happened. You know, like you got lucky in a couple of turns and all of a sudden the right person shared the right thing at the right moment and that tipped off this and blah. That's not conquering a mountain. That's getting lucky, which is what happens to most people that make it anyway. I'm not disparaging that. I'm just saying that, getting famous, making it's very multifaceted. You could work super duper hard and be super talented and never make it. You could just one day turn on the fucking camera and the right person sees it, the right people share it, and all of a sudden you're internet famous. It and that's where the disparagement comes in with people being a little jealous of others. And I mean, I'm not saying I'm jealous of others. I might be jealous of the fact that some people have way more time than I do to do the thing, you know. But on the other side of it, I do have a family and a house and cars and a life. I've lived an interesting life, if not like a famous one. So there is that. I mean, I have some level of stability that I can fall back on. But as they say, if you have things to fall back on, you fall back on it. So, if I had just focused on my dreams when I was younger, who knows where I'd be right now. But there's always the pitfall of and I guess in a way I did listen to maybe I was psyoped. Okay, I did listen to all these other famous people or rich people or whatever. How they were like, it's not all about the work. It's not all about this. It's about connection and family and having don't want to be too lonely. And I grew up as a lonely kid. I did. I was an only child, and we moved around a lot. My dad was in the military, so I'd spend a couple years in a place, then go. Couple years in a place, then go. 3 years most. 4 years in Key West when I was like from 5 to 9. But you sort of build these relationships with people where you realize it's going to end. Like, okay, we're gonna know each other for a little while, and then I'm gonna move, you're gonna move, things are gonna change, and whatever. I'm gonna have to start over, and you kind of get used to that. And that's why, in some ways, I think it's interesting that a lot of people in online internet communities, excuse me, they get so connected with others, and then when it goes sour or it's time to move on, it's hard for people to move on, right? But I can understand that when it comes to the band. It was hard for me to move on. I've been in the bands with the same group of people for many, many years, and I like working with them. So I wanted to stay around them, and they were my friends too. So it's like there's also a slight obligation. You feel like a little obligation to help your friends out. But again, if I had just said, you know what, I'm gonna go find some strangers and see if I can hack it with them, maybe I could. 100,000 followers, 54 million views. Really? On TikTok? So it has that. Is that where you get your money? Have you monetized on there? So it's not a trust fund, it's a TikTok fund. Yes, this will be the third mountain. I concur, I get bored. Well, but that's the thing. If you're not going to, well, have you hit the peak of these mountains and that's what you feel like you have to pivot? Or is it just a boredom? You got to be honest with yourself in that aspect because you may have hit a little lull, you may have hit a little rough patch, but you can always get beyond it if you work hard enough. That's just the way things are. So, I mean, you may feel like you've maxed out in one place, but really, if that's where you're getting all of your stuff, you should probably put your energy in that. That's what I would think. Unless it's something that you really don't like, then that's whatever. I guess you can pivot. You have the means to, which is fine. But you can't just show up somewhere and throw a bunch of money at it and think that that's going to like lift you to a good level of success. there are different levels of success, like if you're okay with being a retard lolcow, then that's cool. Yeah, I guess if that's what you want to be. But again, that's what people are going to treat you like. You know, I mean, I guess it's better to be known at all than never to be known. Is that where that comes from? I mean, that's the thing. I kind of felt that way when I was younger too. But you also see some people get into these pitfalls. Like I would say, for example, the comedian Gallagher, who had a lot of great ideas. Did comedy kind of like George Carlin, social commentary, commenting on language and history and things like that. And then he smashed watermelons, and everyone's like, "Ooh, watermelons!" And he started making props like weird. Oh, the prop guy, the watermelon guy, the prop guy. So every time he did a special, he had to do the smashing at the end, and he would build up to it, and he would make a whole show of it and this and that. But in the end, he was the watermelon guy, and he kind of resented that for a long time. I got a couple vids went viral, but I'm not saying I was ever famous. I was electric unicycle content. I don't want to be famous, but I want to be a good broadcaster one day. Okay. I feel that. We got more in common than you think. Oh boy. Well, that's the thing. How do I know that? Do you even put anything real out there? More in common. I'm a real motherfucker. And part of that is I met people who were real motherfuckers, and I was like, you know what? You're right that it's not enough to just be famous. There has to be maybe a little content behind that. Just like when I was doing acting, at some point as an actor, you just want a job. You just want to get something. You want to be cast on anything. It doesn't matter. Just book me, book me, book me. But the problem is you start to become the voice of other people. You are a mouthpiece to the writer, right? And whatever they're writing, you are now the face of, right? And so if there's propaganda in the piece that you're doing, you are the face of that. If there's, some weird subject matter that's breached, you become the ambassador of that. And I started to realize that as a kid, like, oh, yeah. Just because someone writes something and is casting something doesn't mean that I need to be in it. You have to make the right choices sometimes. Oh, but then again, there's someone like Nicolas Cage, who at one point was taking anything. And do you consider him to be the ambassador of having your face ripped off? I guess. It's a weird slippery slope. Again, I might have been psyoped. I might have been psyoped by all the other famous people to think about the wrong things, possibly. I'm willing to admit that I might have been psyoped. But you want to be a good broadcaster. That reminds me of something here. I'm gonna look for something here, just to think amongst yourselves for a second. I don't know who did this video. I saw a video last night. About a person who also wants to be a very good broadcaster. Let's see. Yeah. How about this latest? I'm looking on X for it. Oh, there's always this. I went into the Rob Saul chat the other day, and I realized that oh no, I don't want that. I want this. I realized that I guess he doesn't like me so much anymore. Rob Saul must be mad at me because I made some AI pictures of him that were pretty funny, actually. Oh no, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Screen share. We're gonna bring this on top. We're gonna move this around here. And so I knew that we were going to talk about Neil and old Roab Swall on our show, so then I made this.
It's a Pride Month celebration on The Morning Rain Goon TNT. We celebrate some of the gayest people on the internet. There's a party going on right here for some gay guys. You better appear. That's right, early in the morning, 5:45 in the morning. We're gonna celebrate some of these gay dudes that really love to goon it. You know what I mean? See you there. It's a Pride Month
Oh,
celebration.
you see, Charles was in that last shot. I hear this. Well, the Muppet Charles. Oh, there he is. Oh, yeah. Is he going to do the show anymore? I don't know. Oh, it's kind of sad. Yeah, I'm a little sad about that. But I'm not exactly sure why Charles doesn't want to do the show anymore for now. He's, I heard stress. In stress, I get it. Stress is stress, and stress screws with you. But I almost think that, like, maybe it was maybe Jim and I doing some of the more offensive content was getting to him. I don't know. I don't know, man. I really wish. Oh yeah, where is it? I really wish everyone could just do their thing. Ah, there he is. There's Rob Saul puppet. AI is hilarious. I mean, it took a bunch of different generations to get this exact picture. It's not just a one and done kind of thing. I had to spend a lot of credits trying to get this going. And it's interesting how it is a credit based system for things like AI, because it reminds me of like a video game. You start, you want to play around, so you got to get a couple. You got to get a couple of your coins in the slot, and who knows. But at least with AI, as opposed to video games, I can take something home. I mean, it's like playing one of the prize games. It's like, yeah, it's like you put in a prompt, and it's a claw, and the claw reaches and grabs something, and you look and you're like, is that what I wanted? Is that? Oh no. Oh, dropped it. You dropped the ball there, computer. You screwed it up. Damn it. Oh, now I got. Oh, wait. Now I'll do it again. Here we go. Here goes the claw. Let's see. Rendering, finishing picture. Oh, no, that's not it. I could show you some of the other ones, but I'm not prepared. Again, I didn't know I was going to do this. I heard that Charles didn't want to do the show, or wasn't going to be able to do the show for who knows how long last night. And then I was really tired last night. I didn't have enough coffee during the day. And I've been on this thing where I drink like a protein drink in the morning, and then I have regular food, whatever. And I didn't do that yesterday. I didn't have my protein. I kind of ate like pasta during the day, and I didn't not as many vegetables as usual, more fruits. So I literally, I think I was on a sugar high for like half the day, and then I ate like those Wallabies, whatever, the Australian licorice, the watermelon flavor. Oh, it's so good. I almost finished. I did like 3/4 of a bag of that. Yeah, I did. I took down 3/4 of a bag. You know what I mean? Smoking. I mean, eating at work the last like hour of work, and man, it like killed me. It just giving me a diabetes coma. I think that's what it was. So I didn't treat my body right, and I was super tired yesterday. I wanted to get more done too. Although I did look, of course, here I am. I'm putting like uh you know, that orb was not working because it needed batteries. The other orb too wasn't really working. Oh shoot, and here we are. I forgot the skull. Oh my god, is this skull right? You turn it on now. Oh, it changes colors. You see. The thing is that I bought this around, a little after Halloween. It was on clearance. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Oh, yeah. And I wasn't even planning on doing a show. But then once I started doing a show, I started looking around for lights and setting up my background and all. And I found this, and I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot I got this. Sweet. I'll use that. So I set it up, and it was on, the first 2 weeks I was doing a show. I turned it on. I think I left it on overnight one time, and it kind of almost burnt out. So I'm like, oh, I got to replace the batteries, and we didn't have the right batteries. So I said, all right, whatever. I'll just let it sit. So last night I'm like, oh yeah, I found extra batteries because, you have like remotes around the house. We have like 8 Roku remotes because we kept losing them because they would get stuck behind the couch or whatever. Kids, they just take them, and then there are 5 of them in their room, and you're like, what the fuck? And then the backs fall off of these things. And if you don't get the back quick enough, it's lost even more so than the actual remote. So then the batteries fall out. So the batteries keep falling out of these things. They put new ones in, and then you just find batteries everywhere. So now there's hidden batteries, hidden backs, hidden remotes all around the house. So I found a bunch of like sort of half-used batteries, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll use these batteries for my lights because they're low level. They could probably be able to power them. And I went to go unscrew this skull, and I did last night, and it only had 1 battery in it. And I had the other battery. It was on the table here. So I may have unscrewed it and taken 1 battery out at one point. Maybe I realized that we didn't have the batteries, but I really don't remember doing that. Did someone come down here and take 1 battery out of the skull and then put the screw back in? Or is that some sort of like alternate dimension ghost thing? I don't know, man. It fucking freaked me out last night. I'm like, dude, did I take the 1 battery out? Has the 1 battery been out for a long time? Was it working on 1 battery only? There's no way. It didn't complete a circuit. It would really fucking freak me out. So yeah, here I am replacing all my batteries, making sure everything is working, and then I get the word that, oh yeah, Charles has to take a break. Yep. Typical. No, I'm not saying it's typical of Charles. It's just typical of my life where you start to actually like try to improve things, and then, oh, no, that's not going to happen. You trying to do something good? Psh. All right, take this turn, take this curve. That's life. That's life. Oh, excuse the music. Oh, here we go. Son, yeah, I almost revealed what I was trying to look up here on the X. Oh, looks like so-and-so will be on the camera for next show. Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, so this Nasty Neil and Sunflower Dragon thing, it's kind of hilarious. I was just mentioning yesterday that I think Sunflower Dragon is a psyop by Nasty Neil, but apparently they did a show together. Well, I guess if you want to call it a show. All right, so here we go. I haven't watched this. I'm going to be one of those shows where we put something on and watch it, and then we comment upon it. Huh? What do you think? Hey? Put this over in the corner. We'll fucking make it nice and tight over here. All right, so let's see what sort of interesting things Neil and Sunflower Dragon talk about.
Let him heal. That's a good point. We will let Stuttering John heal. We weren't bringing him on to attack him. We were
no. I want Stuttering John to heal. Okay, Stuttering John is an alcoholic. Okay, he says that his wife is the one who poisoned his kids against him. It's not his wife. It's him and his drinking. If he sees this clip, which I don't know if he will or not, but he's the one that caused his children to not be in his life. And I guarantee you, they still love him. And if he got clean, if he accepted the fact that he's helpless and he's an alcoholic and he needs help,
Jesus,
and they saw him making an effort to get clean like Rob did, he would be able to have a relationship with his kids.
I mean, it's interesting that the women who come into the Dabbleverse are so concerned about everyone else's family life. I just wonder if is that a motherly thing? Is that them just being nosy, feeling like they can just tell everyone else what they're gonna be able to do? I mean, hey, Sunflower, you're not uncovering any rocks that no one has before. You're not like bringing in new ideas here. This is literally like, what is this? The Uncle Rico 2 or Auntie Rico? Is that that's, I mean, if you've paid attention, which I'm sure you probably haven't because you're new to the whole scene, this is what people have been saying to John for quite some time. Yeah, anyway.
Before he dies from drinking, because that's what's going to come next, John. Drinking's going to kill you.
Damn.
Jesus!
And your children will live with that pain for the rest of their lives.
God dang!
Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like, oof, like really giving it to him there, eh? You're gonna die, and your children are gonna feel it for the rest of their lives. How do you know? How do you know? There are people who, I know some people who their parents weren't very nice to them, and they decided at one point as an adult, you know what? I'm done. And I don't care if they die. Like they met a little bit, but not like a normal relationship. Not like I cared when my mom died. You know, they're not gonna go through 7 years of depression like I did. They're gonna just be like, almost like, now we don't have to think about that. Some people are so stressful to others that they the back is broken. You know, the straw that broke the camel's back. Many straws, too many straws, and they don't care anymore. Do you know this for certain? Are you talking to his children? I mean, if you are, then that's kind of weird. That's kind of strange.
Oh, well, that's real talk. It's not like trying to attack the guy or belittle him. That's what will happen.
Because it always helps when people are in the throes of alcoholism and egotisticalism, that to sort of slam them for it. It always works. It does. Believe me.
Yeah, and I, the family that loves him, and they still do, even though he's exhausting and exasperating, and he likes to say that his wife always said he should be a lawyer. She used to say that to just shut him up because he was incapable of listening to another person's perspective. He would just keep yelling and yelling and yelling until you said, fine, you're right.
Wow.
You should have been a lawyer.
You know, the thing is, too, sometimes when people are on a show and there's a camera and they know that they're being watched, there's a certain persona that they project, even on stage. Do you know this? See, this is the thing about a lot of people that aren't performers. They don't realize that sometimes what a person is doing is a hyperbolic version of themselves. It's a amped up version of who they are normally. Is John like that in normal life? I don't know. Because even friends, so sometimes you like that with your friends too. You like that with everyone else except your family. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like you're putting on a show every time, and the people that at your home are the people you're comfortable with, and you don't have to put on as much of a show. But, I mean, is that the way John is? I don't know. I don't know myself, but I know that, well, see, in some ways I'm almost the exception to the rule, because I've talked to Jim before where he's like, man, you know, you're really excited and you talk a lot and like you're just boop, 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 like your brain is like all the time. Is this the way you are in real life? It's like sometimes sometimes I am like that in real life. I do have to sort of pull back, when it comes to like my wife. I mean, I do, because having in your face all the time isn't, in a way I do act like a child, but I do know how to like pull back at certain times anyway. But that's the thing, is like, no, she just said that to him to shut him up. But again, is this Auntie Rico, or did you listen to Uncle Rico for a long time and now all of their viewpoints are your viewpoints? So now you have to go on the internet and tell everyone the viewpoints that were embedded in you by other people? Oh.
If you could get clean,
Look at Neil.
and
He's
be a
like,
little
we don't. Huh? Maybe this was a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have done a show with her.
tiny bit humble, your life wouldn't be the shit show that it is now.
Jesus. God.
Now,
Coming out of the gate firing. He doesn't know what to do.
Sorry.
no, I mean, well, people think a lot of things are victimless crimes, or not even crimes, but
A lot of people think that things are victimless crimes. What? That's the thing about generalities. If you're not specifically saying something, are you saying anything at all?
if someone is an addict of some kind,
fuck
they
was
hurt
that?
themselves, but that's not true if someone has people that love them.
The people that die from alcoholism have to live with that for the rest of their lives. Because they also lose you. His children, even though they hate him probably right now, they also feel an empty space where he should be. Wow. Because he's the...
Well, maybe they're filling it with other things. Like transsexualism.
their father. So it's not funny or cool, whatever. We should watch clips. But I want, that's what I would say to John.
Jesus.
And kudos to Rob.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
understand
big up to Rob
changing their last name. I do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't.
Like, you're gonna give him like a grain bar? Kudos to Rob Saul, but why? Is that maybe I missed that part? Mule, you didn't give any context on the kudos part. What the hell?
Doesn't necessarily mean they hate him. It's just they don't want to be.
He hurt
associated with
them.
him. Yeah.
They might not come back immediately, but if he got clean and worked at it for years and could show that he's doing it, he would have a relationship with them. I promise you.
You know what's going on in Neil's head right now? I think I can see without your head, he's seeing the rest of his podcast career be destroyed by a lawsuit from John Melendez. Because here he is facilitating Sunflower Dragon, who was apparently talking to John for a little while, in a romantic way, I guess. Oh wait, is there a comment? What's going on? Hey, Metal Gear, what's up? I don't know if you heard, but Charles might not be doing the show for a while, so we decided not to do a show this morning. But I decided to go solo. There you go, you caught up. Yeah, right now, because Neil brought Sunflower Dragon into this, and Sunflower Dragon is lambasting John Melendez, Neil is thinking, oh, wait a minute. John's going to blame me for this, and then he's going to come after everything else I've done. I don't know if you know this about Neil, but he interviews like horror legends. Horror, not whores. Not horrors. Horror actors and directors. He's Without Your Head podcast. I can't believe I'm giving him a plug, but it kind of sucks. I mean, he's not the greatest interview. Just, his dumbass takes that he makes on these Dabbleverse shows is the same dumbass takes that he makes in his interview show. Like, I forgot the guy's name, but the guy that plays that was in House of a Thousand Corpses, the old guy, that guy. I saw an interview with him where he was like, "How do you get motivated, and how do you play a psychopath and blah 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 blah." And dude fucking looks right at Neil. He's like, "It's called acting." And Neil's just like, "Huh? It was fucking hilarious. Oh yeah, I'll bring this up. Sup, Luke? Sup, Metal Gears? Metal Gear Solid, meta. Yeah, I mean, so I could see it right there in his eye, like, oh, maybe this was a oh, maybe this was a mistake. I hope Stuttering John doesn't come after me. I hope Stuttering John doesn't come after Lispy Neil for bringing Sunflower Dragons into this."
I promise him. But he's too selfish. Keep being selfish.
The thing is, if you care about his family, you should want him away from them. I think the idea is not like to be with his family in the.
What happened to the funny, Mr. Blue Sky?
But to get.
Yes, not now. He shouldn't be anywhere near his family. Jesus! They did the right thing to escape from him, and they also acknowledged the dad that came in.
Escape from him. Oh my God! Like he's holding them hostage. You be my kids. Stay here and be my kids against your will. They escaped from him. Escape from Stuttering John Mountain.
By taking his last name. It doesn't mean they go somewhere inside. And it's going to always be like a scar that he caused to his children.
And there's always going to be a scar from removing their titties. Oh.
He scarred them.
Oh, God.
This isn't funny, though.
It's funny. It's funny to see Neil squirm. Actually, you know what? I'm happy you did this show now. At first, I was like, oh, great. Here we go. Another fucking dumbass show. But you know what? When a dumbass is running it and it doesn't know what they're doing, it gets goddamn hilarious. Thank you for lifting yourself up to full locale status there, nasty Neil. Nasty bum-ass Neil. Hooah, legends. Let's get Scarlet. Actually, the thing is, most people can't keep up with Scarlet. They just go, okay, yep, just keep going with your stream of consciousness, and that. I could probably keep up with Scarlet mentally. I'm telling you, she is so like, and I know, and it's weird to say, but she is so smart. And people say that maybe she's a little what's it called? Not psycho, multiple personalities or whatever. Schizophrenic. She's schizophrenic. It's not schizophrenic. It's just there are connections in the brain. In some people's brains, it's hard to get past the left and right. There's a weird division between the left and right, but some people have these connections that jump back and forth between the two, right? So, and this is how, I understand Scarlet, because this is how I think too. I think in words, but I also think in visual, but I also think in like 9 steps at once at times. So sometimes you're talking about something and it correlates to another thing and you just jump to it because that's where your attention goes in your brain. And I can almost see the map of what she's saying sometimes. That's why it's kind of easy to do an impression of her. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm thinking about work now and I got to get going soon. But she is, and obviously maybe she made some weird choices. She was a good-looking girl that got caught up in a bunch of stuff and thought, hey, this is a path to being famous. And again, the pitfalls of fame, man. They're many in multitude, and if you're not vigilant about it from the very beginning, you could fall into a number of them. Thank you, Metal Gear, for tuning in for a few minutes. And Tommy Jordan was here earlier. He says we have a lot in common, I guess. I mean, I don't ride. I act like a clown. I don't ride a unicycle like one. I mean, well, I guess doing a solo show is like riding a one-wheeled vehicle. I'm the one wheel. I am the wheel of. I am on the spokes of the wheel of fortune. No problem, Luke. And you know what? Thank you for you. Well, you tune into a lot of my stuff, man. I guess you really, Metal Gear is one of my main fans, and I really do appreciate it. Seriously, dude. You hear all of my crazy ramblings, so maybe you understand me a little more than some others. You understand where this is going, right? Yeah, it's just me trying to, figure some things out. Well, I wish I was earlier to catch Tojo. Well, you could just rewatch. He was here for the beginning, and I was kind of. If we found out some stuff about Tojo, apparently he has 100,000 followers, right, and 1 million views or something like that, doing unicycle tricks. Who knew? But again, and I'm like, I did tell him like, oh yeah, you conquer one mountain, then you want to go to another one. He's like, this is like the third mountain. But yeah, maybe he doesn't want to be just unicycle boy. Right? Hey, what's up? Oh, yeah, riding around on that thing. Because then that's all you're doing. 1,000,000 followers. Oh, okay. 100 million thousand followers. 100 million thousand followers. That would be the new Austin Powers. Give me 1 trillion billion gajillion followers, and I won't blow you up. So, this was not just a test stream. This was a real stream, a stream of consciousness, the stream of inequity. And yeah, we watched a clip. We did this, we did that. I didn't know he conquered the DV. my what? Your peach was conquered yesterday? Okay, what the hell? What? Wait, we came, we saw, we Rangoon. That's right. Well, yeah, I still got Rangoon back there, but this isn't on the Rangoon channel because it's just me. I'm not gonna commandeer the Rangoon channel. I have more followers on my channel anyway. Although a bunch of them are probably just one-off followers from my lives, like Pakistanis who want to come here, who keep asking me in the chat, how do I get to America? I don't have friend in America. How do I get to America? It's like, don't look at me. Dude, you're on the internet. Look it up. Hello? You go to the search bar. The other one, not the YouTube search bar. Internet, hello? You could just be like, how do I get to America? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of misinformation. Well, you think I'm going to give you the right information? Wow, you're trusting. That's the problem with most people. They're too trusting. Way too trusting. Lost Koreans too. Yeah, lost Koreans who think that I'm Korean. They just that was a fun stream. When I check it out actually. Some of my lives. Luke's Mad Mind, or Driving the Internet Crazy, or Walking Dead of Night. Those were fun ones too. I just try to mess around and give my energy out to the world, because if it stays bottled up, it makes me insane. Seriously, that's the thick and thin of it. I can't really spread it all. I can't really shoot my load all over my family because that's illegal. I mean, energy, my crazy, my my mental load. You're sick. You're sick. Because I don't want to infect them with my crazy too much. I mean, they're already, my DNA holds a certain level of insanity inside of it anyway. So I don't want to completely unlock that when they're children. I mean, come on. And my wife, she's insane in her own ways, and my insanity added to hers is just like it's like a nuclear explosion sometimes here. Yeah. So, I will bid you all adieu. How about this? How about this? We'll go back to earlier. We'll do some of this. Yes. Oh yeah, feel that mariachi, man. Oh, is it? Oh, it was Tuesday yesterday. Yesterday was Taco Tuesday. Today is hump day. So go humping. Go like a dog, just hump the legs of life. Grab every leg you find and hump it. Because that's what you do on hump day, right? That's what we're doing. Certain people can't hump. Like people that are crippled in a wheelchair, they can't really lift themselves up. They can't hump very well, but I'm sure that their dogs can hump them, which is kind of strange. And they probably just let them do it because they're sick individuals. Anyway, have a good day. Ciao. Not Chow and Mir, just ciao. Later, metal. Get out of here, Saul. Oh! Of course, I didn't set that up correctly. God damn it! Da-da-dee-doo, da-dee-da. And now's the end of the show. I've got to go. Got to live life. Be free. Do all the things that I must do. Like destroy the DV. Da 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 do